Hi students, for today's session the topic is about how to plot histograms and pie chart in R. So the functions and the codes that we are going to write here are all the inbuilt functions of R. That is what I mean here is it is not done by any additional packages in R. So it is from the base R. So in this particular demonstration, you will learn how to plot the histograms, pie charts, and how that plotted histograms and pie charts can be saved in multiple formats like JPEG, PNG, or TIFF. So to understand this, should have a prior knowledge, understanding about data frames that I hope you all what we discussed in the last class about the data frames. So data frames knowledge is essential and basics of statistics. So for this tutorial we will be using a data frame called moviesdata.csv that I have put it in the Moodle course page where you can download that file moviesdata.csv. Download that file from the link that we are going to provide it in the Moodle site. So it is downloaded and I have copied it in the R project. You see I am repeating how to set up the work directory. You see this is our previous class. Go to desktop. I have created a project work R. Okay, then click open. Okay, the R project about data frames, which is the previous class, and you see then go to this particular folder. This is the moviesdata.csv. This is the file that I have given there. Okay, then what you have to do is run the script on the source window. I will be taking this thing. You see, you can try it here. You see, so now we are going to assign a variable, that means to speak in R, to assign an object named as movies and reading that CSV file moviesdata.csv. Since the folder is in the particular directory where we have selected, just a minute, I am increasing the pen to make this particular directory as the set as working directory. Okay, see, once you click that option you can see the set working directory as desktop R project plotting histograms and pie chart code file. So it has moved to default, it has the folder has set up to that particular line. Now we are creating an object, that means a variable, declaring a variable to read and store the movies data.csv. Just select and run. There are many ways. Okay, just if you click in that end of the line and also you can run, or you can select the particular line, you can run, and or you can just put it in the line and just command enter in Apple machines and control enter in Windows machines. Now if you want to view the data that you have read, no, just put it there. So this is the CSV file, that movies data.csv file. It contains the title of the films. You see Philip Brown, Dinesh, there the title of the films, the type of the film, feature film or documentary or sci fiction, science fiction. There are only two genres are dominant: television, movie. And this genre of the film, drama or horror or documentary or action adventure or docudrama, and the runtime of the movie and the rating given. So who is the producer for this film? So this is the data file which I have shared with you, where we can do the functions for this particular plotting the histogram. Okay, so there is one more function what we call it as dim. Dim means dimension. So if you want to know the dimension of the particular file or particular object, just execute it, we will see the result. You see it is 600 means, you see you can see it in the environment window, that means 600 observations, that is, see, 600 respondents, as like in Okay, 600, it is displaying, it will take some time. Okay, there are 600 observations of 31 variables. This is vertical, horizontal is the variable. So 31 variables of 600 observations. So this dim function will tell you the dimension of the particular data frame. Okay, now we'll see. Now we will go to how to plot a histogram of the uh, objects, variables listed out here. You want to put a, what is say, the, which one you want to put a plot a histogram for runtime movies. For example, you want to plot histogram for the running time of the movies. If you want to do that, just here it is. So, okay. So before that, we will have an idea what is histogram. So histogram is a visual representation of the distribution of a data set. I am repeating, it's a visual representation of the distribution of the data set. So in a particular data set, in a particular data file, what is the distribution of responses? So the responses that we have collected from the 600 observation, how this has been distributed. So this will help you for your dissertation data that you have collected to know the distribution of the data set. That too, the histogram will help you to see it visually. So histogram is a visual representation of the distribution of a data set. So and it is used to plot the frequency of the score occurrences in a continuous data set. So as I said in the last class, there are different types of data. So this is a continuous data. The movie running time is a continuous data, 80, 101, 84, 139. Okay, so it will help you to plot the frequency of score occurrence in a continuous data set. So now in the source window, just the function to plot a histogram is hist. Okay, hist within bracket, sorry, within brackets. So which variable we want to plot a histogram? What I said is, so if you put the name and movies dollar, so it will show you the, what you say, the 31 variables in that particular file. So what I said earlier is we will plot a histogram for the runtime. So this is the runtime. Okay, we will be plotting histogram for the runtime variable. Just select and execute it. So whatever the objects or graphs or histograms or bar charts or pie charts executed will be shown in the file. This is the files pane and this is the plots. Okay, where you can see. So this is the maximum number of films that has a runtime. Let's see, I am zooming. Okay. The more this shows, as I said earlier, the distribution of the data. So out of that 600 observation, what is the how the data runtime is distributed. So you can zoom and maximize the plot. So in this histogram, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 bins are there. So height of a bin represents the number of observations. Okay, out of 600 observations, 600 films, the height shows the number of observations lying in the particular interval. That means, as I said, the runtime falls between this particular interval. So we can, in this histogram code, we can change the color of the bins also. So for this, as I said, no, in the very first in the beginning classes, the functions can be modified and it can be added with many arguments. So if you add arguments, more arguments to the hist function, hist functions, you can do change the colors, you can do many things. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I am putting I am executing this particular yeah, in this console script window. Go to script window, just I'm okay pasting. Okay, this is hist function. The movies dollar runtime had be taken as the object, and these are all the arguments. What are the arguments? Here the main argument is to tell the adding title to the histogram. So the it is distribution of movies length. X axis and X lab tells you the adding label to the X axis. X label is X axis, that is the runtime of movies. So this is a raw picture, raw plot what you're seeing here, and X lim is the range of values on X axis. Okay, in that X axis what should be the range of value. Color is equal to blue, I have given in the default. You can change whichever color you want. We'll see what is going to be the output. Just select and run the file. You see, now I am magnifying. So okay, the title changes to distribution of movies length, and you see X label run time of movies, and X lim limited to 0 to 300, and the color becomes blue. If you want to try, you can try with some other color. Color is equal to green. We'll try. Okay, so this highlights these are the highlights in the hist function arguments. Okay, these files and plots we can zoom and we can see the details. So the labels and the title of histogram have been changed. We can change. So you see it has been changed here. So we can observe that most of the movies have the runtime between 75 to 125 minutes. You see, the 75 to 125 minutes is the most movies runtime. So this is the distribution of data in statistics. So now we will modify the number of breaks in the histogram. You see the breaks, the number of the modify the breaks. Okay, just close this plot, just keep this plot apart, and let us break this argument of the historic what is the hist function, and set it to 4. Okay, the breaks already is 9. Now we will put it to 4. Just I am adding one more function, one more argument in the hist function. Breaks is equal to 4. Just select the code and run it. You see, only it is showing the first 4 breaks. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you can save the script. So in the files and plots window, click on to you can zoom the files. Click on the zoom button. You see, I'll tell you. Click on the zoom button. Okay, now there are 5 bins in the histogram. Okay, so remember we had set breaks to 4. So in the source window, click on the movies. Wait, just a minute. Go to the source window. Click on the movies. Now we will, okay, where it is. You can save this what you say, this particular histogram file also. Put export, save as image or save as PDF. Put save as image, and it will be asking various image formats: PNG, JPEG, TIFF, BMP. Okay, we'll put it as JPEG, and you see you can adjust the dimension of the image also. For example, 800 to 600. See, if you put update preview, this will become the preview over here, and choose the directory where to save. In our project, plotting histograms, open. It will get the file name will be movie length distribution. Just save. It's okay. If we go and see it over there in our project plotting histogram, you see, you can see it here. So this has been saved as a JPEG file. So the hist is a very basic function. So by adding the further arguments, we can change accordingly. So distribution of movies like just the title, X label, and Y label. If you want to give Y label also, you can give Y label, X limitations, colors, and breaking the plot. So that's it about histogram. You can practice, you can try with the existing data, what you say, the data set that I am providing, and you can try with your own data to see the how your data is distributed. Okay, it just a visual representation of distribution of data. We'll see the pie chart in the next video.